Welcome everyone to another episode of TKMR Hatena, your main podcast show for random threads, silly conversations, and all things stupid on Yichan. Yay! We are here this week in the studio. We have Bex.
Yo.
Yo, we have Firen.
Yo.
Hello. And we have Turbos86 from everywhere.
Yay!
Yay! So we have a lot to cover again, even though it's nothing serious, but why don't we get started?
Okay. Our first topic this time comes from Nichan. All of our topics this time from Nichan.
Yes.
First topic. The Japanese fans were arguing about the nickname for Sato Masaki.
This is really important, by the way.
Yes. We all know that she calls herself Majan. And in Japanese, when you type it out on screen, they're arguing how it should be typed out. Should it have two A's? Should it have a dash? Or should the ma be extended? And this having it in different forms brings up another problem, that there are other Mahjans in and around Hello Project. One being Sudomasa of Berry's Kobo. She is Mahjan or Masajan.
Very big difference.
Very big difference.
Yeah.
You don't want to confuse the two.
Yeah.
And then there is Arai Manami from Up Girls.
Arai-sama!
Yes, people call her Mana. You don't want to confuse that as well, even though it's Na at the end. So, the otas are very... I guess they're confused. They don't know which one to use, so after a long discussions, they've narrowed it down to a short Ma with a dash would be Sato Masaki, so just Majan, like the way she says it. And then if you extend it a little bit, like Masa, then it's Masa. And then pretty much the topic is not very interesting, but it brings us to another topic that they brought up, which is use the phrase Majan and replace a word within a song title to make a new song name.
This is where the
And,
real interesting stuff starts.
Yes. So the thread went off to over 600 replies. We're not going to cover all of the replies, all of the ideas they came up with. We're just going to tell you a few of the funny ones that the otas changed the song name of Hello Project songs. So one of the very first ones was that they changed the name for Cute's Kimi wa Jidensha Watashi wa Densha de Kitaku instead of Watashi wa Densha de Kitaku. So switch that out to Majan. So what you get is Kimi wa Jidensha Watashi wa Majan to Kitaku. So you go home by bike, I go home with Majan.
I'll pass on that.
No thanks.
Yeah, you can have it.
You can have her.
Yeah.
Flush toilet. Another easy one is very cute Cho Happy song. Replace Happy with Majan. Cho Majan song.
Cho-machan song. Which
That's
sounds
way too
like
much.
a very interesting song.
Or way too much Majan.
Yeah.
Then you have Morning Musume's Majan to ishoni o mise ga shitai. If you want to open a shop with Majan, go ahead.
That would be an
Yeah.
interesting store.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really strike me like a strong business partner.
I wonder what
You'll
she
be
would
doing
say.
other work.
Yeah.
I think you'll be doing other work.
Yeah, I guess.
There's one another Morning Musume one. Kimakure Princess. Change it to Kimakure Majan. Kimakure meaning
Like a random or moody.
yeah. So that fits her totally.
She's pretty sporadic, so I would say it's the most accurate song title for her.
Yep. And you got Biyuden's ice cream tomai pudding. so he changed it to ice cream to my majan. Not my majan.
Your
majan.
machan.
We already established she's yours, so
No,
no need
Yeah,
to deny it.
enjoy with some ice cream.
There were two that were very similar, but also a mouthful. There was a song back in about 2009, Morning Musume song, which was Sono Bamende Bibi, blah blah blah, so super long title. And there's two ways to change it. One way is Sono Bamende Bibi ma jan, which makes no sense. And then there's Sono Bamende ma jan ikenai jan. So basically just a lot of matcha.
Both describe machan pretty well, though. Pretty accurate.
Yes. Then we got other simple ones like how do you like matcha? Matcha wa donna kanji desu ka?
That's a pretty good question, actually. They should probably do that as their encore song for Morning Musume Spring Tour or Fall Tour.
And to top it off, near the end of the thread, there one person gave a very good one, which was smudge chotto mate kudasai, changed to chotto machan kudasai. Literally means, hey, give me machan.
You can
Awesome.
have her.
Yeah.
Yes, you can have it.
No, you can have her.
I keep
No
saying
thanks.
he wants Machan. I don't get it.
I know. He's number
Yeah.
one machan fan here.
No thanks. All right. Moving on.
Yeah. So, after all that machan talk, we go into something a little bit more adult. Literally. This might be slightly NG, but hopefully you guys are okay with it, or it doesn't make you squeamish or anything. So in a flash interview this week, we have an interview with an AV star named Naruse Kokomi. You guys might know her as one of the... Well, okay, if you do know her, that does tell us something about you. But so she's an AV star, and she is famous among the Holo Project community because she is a big fan of C-ute. And she has tweeted on her Twitter account in the past that she has been to handshakes and concerts and events, like release events. So she's pretty big fan. Every now and then she also tweets goods that she buys, like photos or fans or photo books. Most recently in this interview, because apparently this year of 2012 she is making kind of a boom in the AV industry. You can take that to mean whatever you want. I don't actually know myself. But anyways, so they kind of talked about her past and how she got into the whole AV industry. And she tells us that actually when she first started, she was hoping to become an idol. She was hoping to become a member of Morning Musume, and that's kind of how her fanness for Holo Project began. Originally around one of the auditions, we don't know which one specifically, but we're thinking, based on what she said, around the 5th or 6th generation audition, she had applied and apparently got pretty far in. Initially, so when you apply to fill out an application, like throw your picture in and fill out this form and then mail it in, and it asks for parental consent and all that. But at the time, all you need is like a signature and then a cell phone contact address. She, at the time, used her brother because she didn't want to tell her parents that she was auditioning for Morning Musume. But the problem was, she ended up getting pretty far, and she made it to the last stage where, back at the time, there was a TV program called Musics, which was another one of those music variety show style type programs. And to be on this program, if you got that far into the audition, you needed another form that required parental consent with and where they would like call your parents to make sure that you had permission to be on, and that at that point she couldn't fake it anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, did I mention how she faked it? Oh, at the beginning she faked the parental consent part of it by using her brother's cell phone number and had her brother sign off consent for the form. But when it got to the TV show part of it, she couldn't fake it anymore, and so she had to tell her parents. And immediately her parents actually rejected the idea. They said they didn't want her to be an idol, so she actually had to withdraw from the audition, even though she made it to the last stage. So potentially she could have been in the 5th or 6th gen. And the funny part about this thread that was talking about her is that they were kind of judging her parents because her parents were anti her being an idol for whatever personal reasons or ethical reasons or whatever. But then she ends up becoming an AV star. And so everyone's like, wow, good job, parents. You reject her being an idol, but you're okay with her being an AV star. That makes a lot of sense.
Parents just like money, I guess.
I mean, well, you definitely make more money.
I would guess so.
Yeah, but I mean, if being an idol is kind of too much for you, I would imagine AV is like a little bit more than that. But I guess who knows?
Very awesome standards.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty cool parents if they're okay with it. I don't know. But it's, yeah, they're talking about in the thread kind of what could have been if her parents weren't that weird. So instead of making AV movies that she does pretty often, like probably maybe once or twice a month, she actually could be in Morning Musume right now. And yeah.
We need to get an interview with those parents and see if they liked how it turned out.
I mean, that would be really interesting. It's like, so what are your thoughts on, 10 years ago? Did you imagine she would become a Navy star? Were you hoping?
But maybe they don't know that. Maybe they don't know that either.
You're saying that she could have waited till she was of legal age and didn't need a parental consent?
Do you need parental consent for being an AV in Japan? I wonder.
I wonder.
I mean, parents don't seem to give a shit.
I have no idea.
But if you're a minor, you need consent for anything.
I don't think you can be an AV star.
Yeah, I don't
if you're a
think-
minor.
True. Yeah, do we know her age?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm sure she's probably around Gaki or Ai-chan's age if she was auditioning at that time.
That would
Yeah.
make sense.
Like early
That's
20s or
so
something.
old.
She's been an AV star?
Maybe she could join Morning Musume now, like 11th gen. That would be kind of cool.
11th gen, the oldest member.
Yeah.
So much for all that
Plus
pure...
AV star.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work.
I don't know.
That's the thing with AV stars in Japan. A lot of them hope to become famous and then eventually get out and become a regular celebrity, but never happens.
That's like all of that in Asia, right? A lot of the female, at least the Chinese movie stars that I know, started off in AV. I think.
Well, the really famous ones, that's what they tell the press when they get interviews. Like, oh, this was never my original intent. I just wanted to become very famous, but
Right.
I end up being stuck in the pornography industry forever.
Forever. I was just forced to keep doing these videos.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we had to work with there. Kind of interesting. If you keep an eye out for her, she's on Twitter. You can find her at Coco COCO3N, the number 3. So go follow her and ask her to join 11th Gen audition.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the
Give it
deadline
another
just passed.
try.
But, yeah.
It's still time. Oh no, I think it's over.
Yeah, I think the deadline passed, but maybe
Oh, she can try for Lena's band.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
That.
Ask her if she knows how to do drums or anything.
Yeah, she can play whatever. It doesn't even matter what. She can play like triangle.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an instrument.
counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to our last topic, which is the BLT T-shirts. Yay! So every year, there is a Hello Project does a BLT T-shirt collaboration where they invite all the Hello Project girls to design a shirt where they get to draw something on the front. They get to pick something to represent their name, kind of like a sports jersey style on the back, as well as a random number. Well, not random, but they get to pick a number to represent like a jersey number on their back, which has some special meaning to them. If you're familiar with the BLT collaborations, you'll know that every year it's always like a huge mystery to figure out what all these different numbers mean. And most of the time we can get maybe like half to 3/4 of them, but there are always a couple of tricky ones that like it just stumps all the fans. And
Or like one previous year when Kame Eli just looked at the clock and wrote down the time as the
right,
number.
that totally stumped everyone. They had so many theories about like what that number meant.
Until she
was like,
she talked about it on TV or something.
Right, and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's it. That's disappointing.
Eddie's cool like that.
I know. But let's get off to kind of the one shirt I want to highlight, which happens to be Ikubo-san's from Morning Musume. So here we switch to our BLT shirt vision. Here we go.
Well,
On the screen, we see Meshi Ikubo 3, which is the name part, the back of Ikubo's shirt. And so what's funny about this shirt, which is what they're talking about all over on the threads, is that Meshi Ikubo is... so if you look at Ikubo's name in the kanji that's written in, Meshi is one of the readings of the first character of the name, and that's what everyone was calling Ikubo when she made her when she made her debut into Morning Musume at the Budokan, because they weren't sure how to read her name at first, and it turned into like just kind of this big joke among all the internet posters that Meshi Ikubo was her nickname. Kind of like for Ikuta Erina, everyone's calling her Namata, because that's also another reading of Ikuta's last name. And then here she adds a 3 at the end because, again, all of the Hello Project fans call Ikubo during handshakes, and whenever they get to meet her up close in person, they call her Ikubo-san instead of like Ikubo-chan or Haruna-chan, just because she's so much older than the other 10th gen members. So they give her a san. And it's something even that Ikubo has mentioned, I think, on TV and radio, where it's like, oh, everyone calls me Ikubo-san instead. It's kind of weird, but I guess I'll go along with it.
yeah.
Yeah. But so the interesting thing about this was Meshi Ikubo-san, that she has on her t-shirt, people are kind of using this as proof that Ikubo actually reads Nichan, and she's another girl that they add to their long list of Hello Project girls that read Nichan daily. So she goes along with Sayu and Kanon and all the Ota girls. But it's pretty funny because I don't think they've said this name to her. The fans have said this name to her at like handshakes and events. So really, I don't know where. I mean, like, to know Meshi Ikubo, she would have to have read Nichan, or someone who reads Nichan would have to have told her at some point in time.
Thank you, staff-san.
Yeah. Thank you, Shuhei, for staying up till 3 in the morning reading threads instead of going to sleep and being on time for work the next morning. But,
Yay! That's what another guest done at the office. Yay!
Yay. So, interesting thing. So, if you're an Ikubo fan, or you know Ikubo fans, go tell everyone that she reads Nichan and she's a troll just like us. For the remainder of this corner, we're actually going to discuss kind of the mystery numbers for this year's BLT, because there are some confusing ones, and the Otas have made some interesting theories about kind of the numbers and what they mean and everything. Actually, but before that, why don't we go over some of the easy ones? Turbos, do you want to start us off with that?
Of course, with Lena, which is 07, it could be read as Lena.
Right.
Basically.
That one's pretty straightforward.
Yep. And then we have Mizuki's, which is 29. That could read as Fuku, or which is part of her name.
That's another kind of straightforward one. I think she used that in a previous BLT as well.
Probably. And then Ikuta has 21, which she has on her birthday T-shirt this year, she wrote down 2119,
Right.
which translate to ni e for nigaki, and 19 is iku, ikta. So this is just a continuation of that.
Right.
And then Sayashi has a 384, which can be pronounced Sayashi. And Suki has 985, which is just her birthday.
That one's kind of straightforward, yeah.
Yeah. And then the 10th gen all has 929, which translate to September 29th, the day they joined Morning Musume last year. And 4 out of 5 cute members put 910, which is obviously cute. And let's see, Kumai Yulina obviously using 901 for her Kumai.
Which I believe she used in the past as well.
Yeah, a lot.
Right.
Natsuaki Miyabi 38, meaning Mia. Suzuki Ari put 412, which is her birthday. Let's see. Wadaka put 001, but on her means nothing. But if you look on the front of the shirt, she explained that Smileage is Japan's #1 shortest skirt idol, blah blah blah, which so probably means one. Don't know what the zeros are for, but sure.
Makes it look cool.
Makes it look like it's important.
Yeah. It's extra important.
We have Katsudalina,
Hirapu!
14, her age, obvious.
Yeah.
And the rest are pretty uncertain, some of them. Yeah.
Which is what we'll try to cover now.
Yay.
So, the first one I want to look at actually is, let's see. Risako. So, for some reason she has 07 in this one, and no one has any idea what this one was supposed to represent.
Maybe she's a Reina fan.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping. I don't think so, but
Or a wannabe.
she could be a wannabe Reina fan. But one of the Japanese fans was saying that 07 being there are 7 Berries members and she's the youngest one, so she's like 7th place or
Oh, that makes sense,
in
I
age.
guess.
It makes sense, but if only the other 6 members.
Right, the
do it
others
as well.
didn't do that at all. So yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe it was 7 o'clock when she picked a number.
Great.
I don't know. The next one, we have Naki's at 100. This one was interesting because, like we said, or like Turbo said, all the other cute members pick 910, Cuto.
Except for Ari. and
Oh,
her.
right, well, ID had her birthday, but the
Yeah.
other cute members picked Cuto, which was really easy for us to figure out. But Naki picked 100, which we aren't really sure of.
She's a Yakuba fan.
She could be.
Ah,
That
must
Yay, I guess.
she must like our work or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe she saw it on TV. I don't know.
Okay. We're on TV.
We're on that Chinese show.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's been a long time.
it has been a long time. Next. Okay. Mono. So, a couple interesting things about Mono actually. The very at the front of the shirt actually she writes Monofure desu kedo nanika, which is kind of a play on Mai-chan's Mai's Ustream show Mai desu ka nanika. I can't imagine any Monofure actually wearing that because of the glaring huge Monofure on the front. It's kind
I'm
of like
a Monofure!
yeah, it's like telling everyone I'm a Mono fan, which is not something Mono fans are proud of in Japan.
It has her
so
name
cool.
on it as well. I
Yeah.
think that would give it away.
Right. So anyways, 51. Before I tell you guys what the Japanese people think the 51 means, well, not in a serious way, but do you guys have any guesses on 51?
Not really.
No, not a clue.
It's a very random number. I don't know. I mean,
Doesn't even pronounce to anything.
yeah, I mean, one of the default things we kind of go to is,
You sound it out.
right, another pronunciation of their name as if they were to sound like numbers.
Yeah.
That doesn't really work for Mono's case. So, Fearing, any guesses? If not, I'll go to the Japanese ones.
I've got
Stop.
nothing.
Nothing.
Stop.
So one of the, I guess, funniest ones, suggestions of what 51 means is that it is the average age of the Monofude in Japan.
Oh my god.
Which is actually,
Sad.
it might be pretty accurate. If you've seen Monofude at mono events, they're kind of on the older side. Just a little bit, but maybe 51's not too far off. Who knows? I don't know.
That's her guess.
That's her. Yeah, maybe that's her guess. Of all the people that she sees, like at her bus tours and dinner shows, it's like, everyone's wearing glasses and kind of has white hair. I don't know.
Maybe next year it'll be 52.
Yeah. That actually, if it is 52 next year, that will explain everything. It's
Yep.
kind of. But speaking of age, actually, so Masa's, it's not that interesting unless there's another meaning to it. But hers, the Japanese people are thinking it's 20, meaning that's how old she is this year. And
Yeah.
I haven't paid attention to her previous shirts, but it seems that she has been doing like her age for the past few collaborations. So I guess last year maybe it was 19, and then before that was 18. I actually don't know. So if you guys want to verify that, you listeners out there, let us know.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I assume Masa fans. Probably no one else really cares to check.
We only know one.
Yeah. That's correct. So if you're listening, Jan, let us know. We got Aika's, which is interesting that she's still part of the BLT collaboration, because technically she's still part of Hello Project, but I guess we didn't know how exactly strong her affiliation would be for idol-related activities. But she does have a shirt this year. The front's kind of plain though, it kind of sucks. It's exactly like her previous one. Instead of love, love, love though, last year I think it said something smile, love, or something.
White
Yeah,
tiger.
she's the most lazy by far.
She is definitely the most lazy. It sucks to buy her shirts. Anyways, so
Yeah.
3-9, which it's not her usual 3-2-1 that we would expect. People are thinking it means thank you.
Thank you.
It could be.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I guess this is coming after her graduation, although we don't know when these were designed, because usually they're designed way in advance, so this actually might be before her graduation. Or maybe that means she knew about it before, I don't know.
Oh, conspiracy.
Conspiracy, see how I twisted that? Is awesome.
Good job.
Yeah. So, let's see, Ayacho did the one.
Kanana's birthday.
Kanana's birthday, right, 6-4. That was, if you're a Kanana fan, that was kind of straightforward. Actually, there was some... Nah, we'll skip that. Let's
Okay.
do, let's see. Kanons. Fukuda Kanons. Where is that?
Yes.
24.
24.
Here it is. Okay, so let's see if I can get on screen. There we go. So any guesses on what 24 might mean? No one.
I know. I have an idea.
Okay, what do you think?
She writes Cinderella in the front, right?
Right.
And with the glass shoes and stuff. 12 midnight, right?
That
24
that is
hour
a good
clock.
one. Yeah, that could be it. Because in the back it says
Ah.
Revolution instead of her name.
Yes.
Nice one.
Yay.
You get 5 points
Out of
Times more.
out of
a lot.
1 million.
Yeah, I get points.
Yeah, you're on your way. The Japanese people think it is kind of a way of saying non, her nickname. The ni being 2, and then the yon being 4, 24.
Yes.
Another funny one that the fans were saying about kanons is it might be nishin, ni for the 2, and shin for another way of saying 4, which if you put those two together, it means pregnant. So it's possible for
What?
if we hear an announcement anytime soon for Kanon, you'll know that this was kind of the hint.
Isn't
buy
it
the shirt
weird
if
that she
that-
lost weight then?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's that pregnancy diet.
She looks great now.
I don't know.
Never heard of.
But yeah, I mean, if she does get pregnant, I will definitely buy the shirt.
Didn't the Japanese fans have something very funny to say about Mei's shirt?
Yes, do you want to take that one?
I don't remember what they said.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
So, yes, I do. So Mei's is 0.25. Any guesses on that?
Well, it's the age difference between her and Ouroboros. Could be a coincidence,
That
but
is correct. I've actually confirmed with Mei that's actually what the number 25 is.
hey, do I get points?
You get 50,000 points.
Whoa, that's
Yay.
why you thought too
I
much.
know. That's the correct answer, though,
fair.
that's why.
No fair.
So what the Japanese fans were thinking of, so her nickname is Mei, and if you say May in English, it's like the 5th month, and there's 2 Mays, which is like 5 and 5, so 5 times 5 is 25.
Mm,
That's such a Mei thing.
sounds far-fetched.
It sounds really
But what
stupid.
about Zero then?
Yeah, maybe she, I don't know, likes zeros, I don't know. But yeah, the whole thing sounds kind of dumb, but it's
Well, I think
dumb
she
enough.
she looks up to Ayacho, so Ayacho has
2
3
zeros.
digits, so she must have 3 digits as well.
Maybe. I don't know. And then her picture doesn't really make sense. Like a ladybug and a bee, or a butterfly. I don't know.
Yep.
So, and then last one, we have Taki-chan
Taka-chan.
at number 10. This one, a lot of people are going with the easy, kind of obvious guess that it's has a sports reference where 10 is kind of the captain number for a jersey. It kind of goes with her drawing on the front, which is all sports related.
Well, baseball related.
Yeah, all baseball related. It might. Some people are thinking that it might be a baseball player that she likes who has the number 10 jersey. I don't know
Check
any of the
who's
baseball.
check
Yeah,
number 10 in Giants.
I know that's what they were saying, but I don't know any of the players, so I can tell you if it was a number 10. I don't even know if the Giants have a number 10.
Aw,
Maybe.
we should find out.
Yeah, we should find out. Any other guesses?
No, that's probably it, to be honest.
The sports thing? I mean, she's
Yeah,
a pretty big fanatic,
indeed so.
so yeah,
No, that's about it.
pretty much. The last one that I think, in the most general sense, has stumped everyone is Sayu's, because it's very different from what she normally does. If you look at Sayu's shirt, the first thing that the Japanese fans are talking about is the fact that there's no bunny on the front
Is there?
design. Well, okay, there's the small one on the bottom, but like the main image is this cat thing. So if you follow her blog recently, she's kind of had a cat fetish or something going on from her sister's cat. But they're saying like Sayu has this new character now, which is like the Sayu Neko, Sayu cat, that might take over as like the new image for Sayu or something. Because I don't know.
Neko-chan piece.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking. It's, I don't know. It could be the newest thing. We'll find out. But so, anyways, on the back of her shirt says 185, which no one
I know. Is that the number of times she's dropped her iPhone?
That I would not be surprised if that was actually the case. But yeah, because her birthday is July 13th, right? I think, and it wasn't 85 as the year. I think it was like
No.
89 or something.
Yeah, she's born
Yeah.
89.
Yeah. So no one really has any idea what the 185 is. If you guys have any ideas, let us know. The only one slightly troll idea is that this is, for Sayu, the 5th time, or the 5th year since turning 18. So she's like 5 times 18 now.
5 plus 18.
Well, her 5th 18th year, yeah, for people who are like forever 18. So
Mm.
That's pretty far-fetched.
it's kind of a little bit. Yep. So,
It's almost my birthday, so that sucks.
but it's not, so you don't have to worry about it.
Unfortunately.
So were there any shirts out of this whole collection that caught your attention, number-wise? Anything aside from the standard? I mean, like, not. I'm guessing the birthday one's probably not.
Nah, the numbers I don't care about, to be honest.
Or anything on the front.
I would
the
say
drawing.
Misuki's.
So if you go to Mitsuki's,
Oh, yeah.
She has a panda drawn on it. That
An injured panda.
yeah, an arrow
Shut
going through
it.
the butt. I know that's kind of mean.
It's very mean,
Yeah.
but kind of
And
cute
the
at the same
Liga.
time.
It's
What?
weird, but like the text at the top saying like, "Are you having fun?" Like, who has fun getting shot?
Well, I wouldn't mind she shooting me.
Well, I'm sure it would hurt still.
Yeah, just forbid.
Yeah,
It
Probably.
looks very shallow, so maybe it doesn't hurt very much.
it could be a very superficial wound. We'll have to ask Fuka-chan next time we see her. I think
Yeah.
the one shirt that I want to bring up that's really obvious, that we kind of already talked about, is Eddie Pon's shirt. And it's kind of the crazy Ota shirt that's... So, like we mentioned earlier,
birthday
discuss. No, not the birthday shirt, but when you were talking about the obvious numbers, Eddie Pon on the
Yeah.
back of her shirt says the
Yeah.
21. On the front, she has the 2119, which is the Gaki
Right.
Ikuta. So that's most likely confirming that what the 21 actually means.
Yeah.
But then on the front of the shirt, she has Ikuta Enina Kara Oshi Hen Kinshi, which is like crazy. Like, you cannot change from being an Eddie Pon fan. Which is funny because she herself is a Gaki fan, so she's not even supporting herself. But yeah, she's kind of taking this fan thing to the next level. She's kind of fighting with Sayu because Sayu's birthday shirt has another fan thing, and then Kanyon, I don't think she's. Oh, she's Kanyon's birthday shirt also, and as
This
well
year,
as
yeah.
her tour shirts are sometimes also going kind of crazy. So all three of them are kind of going deep into the Ota phrases. So yeah,
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yay.
So
I don't I want to mention I don't understand Sashi Liho's one on the front the image.
let's take a look at it.
It looks scary.
Yeah, that's a kind of.
It's a bunch of aliens walking
It's-
out of a UFO.
It's really weird. It could be Sayashimaru,
So she's saying that thing is actually an alien.
maybe. I didn't get it too. I assumed it was something that she had made up before and I just missed it,
Okay.
but maybe not.
Well, it says Yahoy on it.
Yeah, which is her signature.
Oh, her new signature.
Her new signature call.
Right.
So if
Yeah.
you're a Riho fan, by the way, at the end of the concert, you say Yahoy. You don't say Banzai.
That
I still
works.
prefer Ali's Susan,
Susan. So
Yeah,
this is her.
especially
famous character.
on this
it's a
this
mad
shirt this
one.
time. Yeah, that's angry Susan swearing.
Yeah.
Censored
That's pretty
swearing
awesome.
even.
Yeah, of course.
Which is funny because I've never known Susan to get mad in all the 3 years I've known him. He's always been a pretty relaxed person.
Guess
They
you
gotta be
weren't
mad
that
sometime.
close to him as you thought.
I guess not. I thought we were good friends, but maybe he just...
Susan's such a bro.
I know. I don't know. Any last
Yeah.
calls on t-shirts? No. Yeah?
Not really, I don't think.
Okay. Then I think we will end this episode of Talking About Hatena here. I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to these stupid discussions. Yeah, and stay tuned for our next episode of whatever silly stuff we have coming up next. In the studio today, we have Bex, Biren, Turbo86, and S. Ferris. Thank you for listening.
Yahoo!